somebody did something good once in their life does not mean they're going to do the right thing unless the people hold them accountable. You never know what you're going to get when you put somebody in office. That's why it's not up to them to write the legislation. It's up to us to write the legislation and hand it to that representative or senator. The fact of the matter is, there's just so much that people don't know. I have a serious issue with anyone putting stuff in our food that isn't good for the human body. That's it. I don't care if it preserves it. I don't care if it keeps it pink or white or red or black. What I care about is that it needs to be feeding the mind, the body, the soul. Period. Listen, you don't make money by solving a problem. If PETA wanted to take care of animals, they could solve that issue. If the Sierra Club was interested in saving the forest, they'd stop the government from spraying all the stuff that kills the forest and burns them down every year. If the WHO was really interested in building the world health, they wouldn't have been complicit in spreading the coronavirus and then pushing a vaccine that slaughters millions and millions and millions of human beings. You make money by keeping your machine going. I'm telling you, there is very little that is actually real anymore. Just look at the sky. Every single day, we are sprayed into oblivion. It's gotta stop, and it's gotta stop now. Create our new constitutional republic. I mean, schools have stripped anything but indoctrination out of the curriculum. Where did art go? Where did science go? Where did band go? Honestly, I do not understand why we don't teach philosophy at the grade school level. I don't think it's any secret that you really do have to dig extremely deep if you want to get to the truth.
Well, yes, I know it's Sunday, but we've changed we've gone from Restream, which I really liked, but now that we're on Rumble, we're using Rumble Studio, and that seems to be working out pretty darn good. So tonight we're actually changing because, babe, tomorrow we have got a very special guest, Sean Hendricks. I'm gonna pull him up over here, and then I'll show everybody just exactly who he is. But how's everybody doing out there? Oh yeah, and now we're streaming to Facebook tonight, which we've done.
I can't seem to get on. I don't know what it's not coming on. But yeah, so this is our test night, and yes, DPFS 98. He doesn't do Sundays, but he dragged me on here because he wants to do a test, like he just said.
Yes, that is exactly right.
We're not supposed to be working on Sunday.
So here we go. We got Sean Hendricks coming on tomorrow night. And just so everyone knows, we're going to start going on live at 7 p.m. and go from 7 to 8:30. We're going to be doing an hour and a half a night. And then that would be Monday through Thursday. And then Fridays, we've got our 3-hour show. We're working some bugs out with that. But all in all, things are coming together. We've got 147 followers over here on Rumble. And I think that
we're only like 3-4 days of being on it.
Yeah, not half bad.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. What day did we start on Rumble?
I have no idea. I think it was like Wednesday. It was a hump day.
Oh, there we go. So probably Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah. Could be.
Yeah, could be Tuesday or Wednesday. I think we've got 2 or 3. I think it was Thursday. I think we've only done 2 days on Rumble. And then we skipped yesterday because it's Saturday. Yeah. And then it's Sunday. Good God, this week, the whole year. I can't believe that it is already October.
DPSF 98. I am a good sport.
You really are, DPSF 98.
Babushka's here. Hi. Does anybody know that you're on tonight? I thought
no, this
weren't
is just
coming on Sundays. We're not.
This is just a test session because we're now streaming out of Rumble Studio. We made a switch from Restream, and I really liked Restream, but it just made sense to use Rumble Studio, and so I figured we'd come on for an hour tonight. Talk about a few things. I'm letting everybody know that tomorrow night we have got the former Mr. Beast talent, Sean Hendricks, is coming on. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that he's doing with really disaster relief, survival, homesteading. I think it's going to be a fantastic show.
Ooh, we like homesteading.
I know, right? Prepping, homesteading, all that.
Everybody seems to be getting on board with the 100 people thing.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I literally think about that every day, put a little bit of work into it every day. And, maybe tonight we'll look at some properties.
Oh, God, no.
Mm-hmm. I think we will. We'll bring some properties up and have people vote on it. Let's see. Do we have anybody over on Facebook?
I can't. Tonight? I'm not on your live.
No comments tonight. I'm just going to say good evening.
I didn't think people on Facebook would like us.
Yeah, Facebook has been very adversarial. I can't believe that they still leave me on. So, Facebook has been has not been a friend of Bill's, as they say. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that stands for, babe? When you say, "Are you a friend of Bill?"
No.
It's for Alcoholic Anonymous.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was just so interesting because I had a best friend, Bill.
I know.
That was an alcoholic. Yeah. And went to Alcoholics Anonymous. Mm-hmm. And so if somebody asked me, are you a friend of Bill's? I'd say, yeah, because I actually have a friend of Bill's, but I've never been an alcoholic.
Are you sure?
I've never been an admitted alcoholic.
Just kidding.
I like a little snort every now and then. I think that everybody does, or most people.
A snort is a whiskey, not...
Exactly.
Not
or tequila. I'm a reposado. I'm a big fan of reposados.
Well, some people might take snort as a cocaine.
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot about this, the 80s. As a matter of fact, I forgot the 80s. Yeah. Cocaine was a very interesting time in the 80s. Mm-hmm. It was not doing drugs. You were just partying. Mm-hmm. And it was everywhere. I mean, it fell like snow 24/7, 365. So, what are you going to do? I was a DJ. I was spinning music at clubs. Good God, I was in my 20s. The world was my oyster. So why? I mean, why wouldn't you? I did piles of that stuff. I quit cold turkey. It was my New Year's resolution. I was not an addict until I quit doing cocaine. I think it's one of the hardest things I've ever overcome in my life. Just quit cold turkey, and the way I did it is that you know that feeling at like 9 o'clock in the morning after you've been literally just packing your nose full of blow all night long.
I don't know if these people want to hear this story.
Well, I'm just saying, you're in your 20s. What are you going to do? So, partying all night long, you're up, your body is exhausted, but your mind is just on fire, and you have that cocaine pit in your stomach. It's like the worst. It's like your soul is just trying to squeeze out your ass and run off someplace.
Oh,
and
boy.
I absolutely hated that feeling. And so what I did was every time I had a craving for cocaine, which was every second of every day easily for the first 3 months. I mean, it was so hard. I thought of that feeling. And I've never touched it since. I never filled my veins with anything. I've never tried meth or any of that. I've seen friends of mine literally have their lives ruined with crack cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin. It just they're just awful drugs. But it's not like xylitine. What's the trank
The
drug?
animal tranquilizer that people are doing. The zombie drug.
Yeah,
we talked
ruins
about
your
that.
skin, makes you flail.
Lucille B is like, wow, like you're really opening some people's eyes about yourself.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hey, I am not the choir boy that everybody thinks I am. I'm not that sweet, innocent thing that I look like. So,
because you are now, but everyone has a past.
Yeah.
So LaShawn's like, I didn't know we were about to go live.
we're testing out because we're streaming. I got to figure out all of the doohinkies with Rumble. So we've switched LaShawn from, and everybody else has heard this. We've switched from Restream to Rumble Studio, and I think it's going to be a really good thing for us. A really good thingy-madooger.
And it's saving us $50 a month.
$49.
50.
$49, $522 a year. And quite frankly, if I don't get a job pretty soon, actually, I'm not going to get a job. We're going to make the show pay for itself. That is our goal. So, hey, by the way, if you have not followed me on Rumble and you're listening on one of the other platforms, please follow me on Rumble. And if you want, join my locals. I might be moving, baby. I'm seriously thinking about this. I'm not the best. I'm not the very best. When it comes to multitasking, I probably am not in the top 10 people on the planet. So when I think of things, the way my mind works is I like to boil everything down to the most easy solution. So what I might do is move my Substack into locals and then consolidate everything with Rumble and locals and cut Substack free. I don't know. I love Substack though. We'll see.
You do some pretty good articles there.
But so I was just reading this afternoon that you can do the same thing on
Rumble.
On Rumble. So I'm going to actually import my articles and stuff over to Rumble. We'll see. We'll just see. Get some people to join that. Maybe we can make this a career and salvage what we can out of the rest of the year.
I pray every day.
So, yes, we are going live on Sunday just because I wanted to get up and do an hour, trigger the algorithm over here on Rumble a little bit and see what we could do about working all the bugs out. And I think that we got it. If people are seeing us right now, of course, that means that we
You've got 66 on X and you've got 3 on Rumble.
Go Lou.
Go Lou. You got 2 on Substack and
wow,
me on YouTube.
Oh, there we go. Well, and me. Well, I'm watching myself on YouTube over there. So
what did you want to talk about?
Well, I've got a whole bunch of things, but the first thing that I want to address is we're not seeing this in the news, but last night at about 3 a.m. there was a shooting in New York. And I'll tell you my opinion after I play this little clip.
As the mayor said, what happened in Crown Heights this morning was a tragic, senseless act of violence. Our prayers are with the victims and their families. Our job now is to determine who is responsible and to hold them accountable. We have spent the past few hours poring over surveillance video, canvassing the neighborhood, and I can provide you with the following update, which is preliminary and subject to change. At approximately 3:27 a.m., we started to receive multiple 911 calls about a shooting inside of 903 Franklin Avenue, which is a lounge in Crown Heights known as Taste of the City. Officers arrived within minutes of the first 911 call and found numerous gunshot victims out inside of the location. Currently, we have identified 12 victims ranging in age from 19 to 61, 9 males and 3 females. Since the time of our last briefing, the victim count went up by 1 from 11 to 12. 3 of the victims have been pronounced dead. 1 male age 27 and 1 male age 35 who succumbed to their injuries at the hospital, as well as 1 male age 19 who was pronounced on scene. The 9 remaining victims are at local area hospitals with what is being described right now as non-life-threatening injuries. We are withholding victims' names at this time, pending family notifications. The investigation into this incident is ongoing. What we know preliminarily is that there was a dispute inside the crowded club that led to the shooting. We believe that there were up to 4 shooters involved in this incident. Right. Our crime scene investigators have now recovered 42 shell casings from multiple guns. The shell casings appear to be from 9mm and .45 caliber weapons. At this time, no one is in custody, and the shooting preliminarily appears to be gang-related. Our detectives have recovered a firearm in the vicinity of Bedford Avenue and Eastern Parkway. We are investigating whether that firearm is tied to this shooting incident. As the mayor said, anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. Thank you. I'll now turn it over to Pastor Monrose.
Okay, so the reason I bring that up is that Crown Heights is a poor. I think their average, the household average income is about $40,000 median income. So it's $45,776,000 per year. In a New York neighborhood, obviously, that's not going to even cover your rent for the year here. Black population, 52%, white population, 33%, Hispanic, 10%, Asian population is 2%. Here's why I say this. Every time this happens, and we have virtually every other president, and we'll probably see a call. Not with this, because I guarantee you the shooters are black. That's my point right there. Black gang activity with a area that is extremely poor black neighborhood. The reason I mention that is that we spend so much time investing in taking the Second Amendment rights away from Americans. If we put that time and that money into buoying these neighborhoods, I think that we could take and in 2 generations rebuild this society. And I think that it could be absolutely incredible. My concern is that the left is going to come. What's left of the left? I mean, really, I think that we're seeing the death throes of the Democratic Party, but the liberal mindset is still out there. And I think that we're going to see some people, if these were white shooters, we would see a huge call for taking away the Second Amendment. Since they're black shooters, it doesn't even make the news. And I mean, look, yes, they were gang members, but these are still human beings. Yes, they were poor. They were black. 19-year-old man died at the scene. Back in November, they had another shooting there. Why aren't we taking care of everyone in America? Why do we let Chicago? I mean, Chicago is a war zone. Why do we allow this to happen? My thought is, I really think that Donald Trump is using Washington, D.C. as an acid test to see if he can tintype this and do it in Chicago next. Because I know he really wants to clean up Chicago. When you allow crime, violent deadly crime, to span over decades, it destroys everything. I mean, these are communities that the emergency services won't go in. Your house catches on fire, good luck. Hope your water still runs. It doesn't in many cities. Look at what happened in the Pacific Palisades. They couldn't put out those fires because the hydrants weren't charged. Can you imagine, what's going on in these cities?
DPFS 98 says they'll say possibly white, like the last shooters that was obviously black.
Yeah, it is really. I mean,
do they have any suspects?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I think there's at least six suspects.
I mean, a gang.
Yeah, it's just. So let's see, 3 individuals were killed.
I saw a video. Gosh, it was in July. It was right after the 4th of July, and it was just a poor neighborhood, and it was majority blacks having like drinks on their front porch, in the old homes with the beautiful front porches, and all of a sudden guns start flying. You see these 2 guys holding guns, shooting down the street at people, and the kids and the family are hanging down below underneath the patio.
Exactly.
It's just they just start shooting regardless, don't even care who's walking about.
I remember the Chinatown shootings in Seattle. Jimmy Mack and I forget Andrew Wong or something like that. They held up in like an illegal gambling place, and they shot a bunch of people. And that community, the Seattle, stood up against that. The Chinese community stood up against it, and they cleaned all of that up. If this was a white neighborhood, people would be mobilizing right now to start getting help here. I don't see that happening. All they're doing is sweeping this story under the national rug so nobody hears about it. And again, we're leaving poor black gang-infested communities to the wolves. I don't understand it. How are we not helping our fellow man? We need to take the approach that we're going to reach across the aisle, as it were, because it's this type of division that we see that is killing America. And if we don't become one nation, then we will become extremely secular, and that's not good for anybody. So I think that there needs to be a plan tabled to start cleaning up these just gang-ridden poor areas.
I don't see it happening.
Well, neither do I, because our government is the one who can do it.
And then DPS 98 says Mike Lee is behind it too. I think it's another step closer to control.
Mike Lee's behind what?
He just said 100% Mike Lee is behind it too. I think it's another step closer to control. That's what he wrote. Or she.
Oh, okay. All right.
Always forgetting who's who.
DPFS, let me know what Mike Lee is behind so I can understand what you're saying there, because it's important to me. I really do want to know.
Sue Pear says they'll be in 15-minute cities.
Yes. Yep. I have no doubt that is actually the overall plan, is that they're going to use places like Chicago, places like Compton, places like St. Louis, and they're going to say, you know what? These cities are so bad that we need to surround them, destroy them, rebuild them. You can't get out. You can't burrow out. You can't sneak out. It's the line, the line that is being built in, and it's already being built. They're laying foundation. They're I mean, they're already certain. And what I think they're going to do with the line is they'll get one area built and then move people in and be building on the next area. And
Pat says it does not matter what side of the aisle you exist. Congress is bought and paid for.
Oh, yes. DPFS. Yes. Mike Lee is behind that as well.
Cleaning up the city like DC.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, we can all be extremely suspect about everything, but you got to admit, cleaning up DC is not a bad idea. And there's a lot of people in DC right now that are happy that they can now leave their homes in safety once again. So, and New York City needs to be cleaned up. Kathy Hochul, New York has been run for decades. The last time it was actually a real safe city was under Rudy Giuliani. So, stop and frisk. And I know that breaks our rights. So we got to figure a way, around that. We have to stay with the Constitution, but we also have to put some thought into going after these horrifically dangerous gangs.
Babushka says anybody that thinks a 15-minute city is cool, think back to COVID in China and how they locked everybody with padlocks in their apartments.
Right.
And then Super said Australia too, the quarantine cabins.
Yes, exactly.
So
I've got a little thing I sent to myself, baby. Hold on 1 second, and I'll no, that's you. There we go. Now I'm on the right path. Hold on, baby, just 1 second, because this happened during COVID. This happened during COVID as well. Here we go. So, 18-year-old active duty soldier doesn't want to take the vaccine during COVID. So this is what they do.
Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Let's go. Get on the floor. Get on the floor.
I'll repost this right now also so you guys can see it.
Stop resisting.
oh my God, that's horrific.
Yeah.
Here, get the handcuffs to the legs.
I need a handcuff. I'm going for his left arm. All right.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. You will get tagged.
It's on, left cuff on.
You will get tagged.
All right, right to that.
Just wait.
I got left cuff on.
Stop resisting or you will get tagged. Ankles on. You hear me? Do not move. Do not move. You will get tased.
Poor man.
Behind the back.
18 years old, join the military.
Serve his country.
And then he gets the death vaccine
His right arm.
forced on him. You tell me that's not being
Give us
forced
your
on him.
other arm.
Oh my God, they're going to actually stab him with it?
Yeah, that's what they're in there for.
Whoever's black glove is this thing with your hand.
To my left toe.
I hope he sues. I hope his family, if he's still alive.
Sue the country.
I hope, they just sue the shit out of this.
Stay down.
All right, check it. Just try to squeeze it and see if it. Go double up. All right.
And then shove his head into the concrete floor. That's nice.
Exactly.
All right, lift you up to your knees.
Or you want him to carry? You want us to carry him? Carry him. Okay.
And Dr. Fauci, by the way, is still running around.
Yeah.
Bricks, all of them. All of these worthless, just depopulation agenda monsters are still running around free, wealthy, extremely wealthy.
He's just a child.
Yeah.
Someone did that to my son. This mama bear would
Yeah.
bearing.
Exactly.
Oh my God, look how they're treating him.
There you go. Now he's handcuffed, vaccinated. So,
That's just awful. DPFF said he was just in DC in May, even after dark, and really didn't see the violence. It was bad for 15 years. Bad 15 years ago.
yeah.
They're putting mRNA rabies shots for animal now. It passes to owners when licked. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we are being culled today. It's happening now. It's been happening. They really stepped it up with COVID. They poisoned us for years with highly toxic water, with fluoride in the water. Mm-hmm. Does anybody pay a price? No, nobody pays a price at all. So it really irritates me.
That's, again, it comes to us standing up and becoming one.
And so now that we're on
Fink just became the head of the WEF.
who did?
Fink.
Oh, really?
That's what DPFS 98 says.
Oh, I got a little story on DPFS coming up in just a minute. So 1 trillion American taxpayers' dollars were stolen during the pandemic, and 70% of that money went overseas. The extent of this government corruption is endless.
An internal threat, but you also mentioned transnational fraud rings, terrorist organizations, nation states, North Korea, nuclear weapons programs funded by our tax dollars, China, Nigeria, Iran, Romania, Russia, not our friends necessarily that are being funded by taxpayer dollars. Could you give us some examples of how this is happening?
Yeah. So when you think about what happened during the pandemic, $1 trillion was stolen. 70% of that money went overseas. And I can give you some examples.
$700 billion.
State, they had more people applying for unemployment insurance benefits than they had individuals over 18. The people that were stealing the money from Romania were using it to facilitate other fraud schemes that include fentanyl, that include doing things to impact our democracy. On the insider threat, right, the first thing you have to say, and my dad was a public servant, is 99% of people that work in the public sector are honest.
Okay, you lost me there because that's not true. The public sector has been ballooned by people that are self-serving, arrogant. All they want to do is steal our money and find out other ways to raise taxes, and I don't like that. But anyways, I understand what he's saying. He's trying to paint himself as some sort of an altruistic do-gooder, which is fine. He's bringing some good facts. Hold on, there we go. All right, get a little more comfortable here. So let's see, where were we? Oh, my point is here that you guys hear me talking about $1 trillion here, $1 trillion there. This is what I'm talking about. Money. Can you imagine if the government gave back $1 trillion today to the American people? I mean, it's just, if we put that $1 trillion into poor black neighborhoods and helped these families, because right now, if you're on all of these, government programs, you can't have a man living in your house, and the judges, are brainwashed, indoctrinated. So what they do is they give the children to the mother, and the mother goes on, food stamps, goes on welfare, goes on all of these programs. And then she teaches her children how to do that. And then the young men leave and they go out and they join these gangs because it's the only organization that these kids know because they're surrounded by it. And it just becomes a self propagating machine. Bang, bang, bang. And that needs to stop. So can you imagine if we didn't spend $1 trillion giving money to overseas, and you know what that means. What that means is the $700 billion of that trillion went into the pockets of the people that originally started the whole COVID depopulation agenda. There, I said it. Yep, I did. So I just figured we'll show you that. And I've got what else was I just talking about, babe? That I said, oh yeah, the WEF. Take a look at this. Hold on, I'm getting close. There we are. World Economic Forum. Nothing to see here. This is off Breitbart. The World Economic Forum's internal investigation, they investigated themselves. That's got to be good. Clears founder Klaus Schwab of wrongdoing. Now, babe, can you look up? I've heard that he is related to the Rothschilds. Can you see if that's accurate? An internal investigation conducted by the World Economic Forum has determined that there was no evidence that founder and former chair Klaus Schwab committed wrongdoing during his time at the helm of the top globalist institution. And you know who else is part of this? Is Bill Gates. And Bill Gates has a lot of interest in depopulating the world. So take a look at this here
Klaus
that
Schwab
I saw.
is a Rothschild.
Yes, Klaus Schwab is a Rothschild. That should tell you everything you need to know. You can't go to prison because there are 3 tiers of justice. There's the untouchables, that would be the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Mossad, right? Anybody in the CIA or FBI that runs the country. It looks like Hillary Clinton is untouchable. Of course, Barack Obama, the Bush family, and Klaus Schwab. There we are. George Soros, all the criminal activity that Soros has done, and he is still walking around free. Anthony Fauci. So, yes. Here we go. Exposed it all. Bill Gates cloned thousands of babies. Now, this is a story, and I have not checked it, but Paul White, right, I'm going to follow him real quick, and I'll repost this story also, so you guys can get it off my my X. Here we go. Maxwell exposed it all. Ghislaine Maxwell, hidden in a federal black site, has confirmed the most horrific operation in modern history. Bill Gates oversaw the cloning of thousands of children on Epstein Island in a deep state genetic slaughterhouse. This was never just sex trafficking. This was the cover. Beneath the island was a military-grade biotech lab built with CIA black budgets. Mossad support. Mossad, if you don't know, is the Israeli CIA, and big tech billionaires funneling billions through Gates proxies. On August 14th, 2025, Maxwell named Gates, DARPA, and Rothschild liaisons, WEF, Klaus Schwab, who ensured satellite masking, submarine access, and exotic energy for 24/7 clone production. Project Genesis began in 2023 after a Bohemian Grove meeting with Gates, Epstein, and Bilderberger agents. We remember the Alex Jones exposing the Bohemian Grove. The goal: replace natural humans with lab-grown, spiritually dead, programmable entities. Now, this is something that we have heard numerous times. You guys can read the rest of this article. Go to my X. Follow me on X if you want. I'm completely, just absolutely. The Gestapo has their boot on the neck of my channel there, and that's why I've made to jump over here to Rumble. So we're broadcasting out of the Rumble station. Make sure you go get a little premium on you. And that'll allow you better access.
DPSF 98 says Bill Gates gas killed as many people as Fauci, and he's still doing the lab test on children.
Absolutely. And then look at this.
Then Pat also said Larry Fink, as of BlackRock, is now on the board of the directors of the WEF. So
yeah, does that surprise anyone at all? So we're talking about Soulless. We're watching the second season of Wednesday, and we noticed Jenna Ortega. It's not the same. That's her right there.
That's
right?
not her.
That you would think, but it is. So take a listen. Take a listen to this, baby. I think you're going to find this interesting.
You guys, what is going on? Who the heck is this? Who the heck are you, lady? This isn't the Jenna Ortega I remember. This is in London for the premiere of Wednesday Addams 2. I can't. This is Jenna Ortega maybe 2 years ago before the transformation started happening. Right. And here she looks like the Jenna Ortega we remember. There was the light in her eyes, there was joy, there was personality, and now it's just not there anymore. Vacant, gone. The light in the eyes does not exist.
Right? They shouldn't
and
have
that
those full
jawline
cheeks.
is questionable. That's like the same jawline Matt Rife got, or Adele, or Kelly Osbourne, or something. What the heck are these people doing? My friend Strange Zone, I'll tag his profile right here, sent me the video of Jenna Ortega at this premiere, and he's even questioning it. I'm so glad some people are waking up, but how can so many people not see the difference from this to this? Right? You guys want to say it's growing up. I have never seen anybody in the real world grow up like this. How does a celebrity with so much light in her eyes, so much beauty, go from this to this? And I don't want to hear it's the eyebrows. Something is going on. What are they doing to them?
Right? So what are they doing?
Well, maybe she's just playing the part if it's a premiere for Wednesday, maybe she's just kind of supposed to look sullen and mean, and because that's what Wednesday's like.
I don't think so, babe, because now look at this.
Shared a post that says Biden is a clone. There is no Joe Biden. Executed in 2020, Biden clones and doubles in robotic engineered soulless mindless entities are what you see. Democrats don't know the difference. Huh. Where have I heard that before?
But you think the president may not even be Joe Biden?
Yeah, I don't think that it probably is Joe Biden. If you look at Joe Biden from 10, 20 years ago and the Joe Biden now, I am not going to gaslight myself into believing that is the same person. I said high-level figures were clones a long time ago. People laughed, people rolled their eyes, people said I was insane, but now the President of the United States is saying it. Still sound crazy?
Right? You've got to wonder.
Has anyone seen Biden since he retired as president?
Is he still? Well, I don't.
Like usually they're out and about doing, what do you call it?
Yeah,
promo, like
whatever that was, that goo-filled sock puppet that they paraded around as the Manchurian candidate there. That was not Joe Biden. That was something else, something different, and so.
Well, Pat said, I know so many people on Ozempic and they won't listen. And Sue Pear says, I know so many people injured by Ozempic, 3 with life-altering side effects. Wow. But, why would she take Ozempic? She's not overweight. She didn't have to lose anything.
Well,
unless she had a problem with her weight. But gosh, on the show, she's like this little stick.
And let's ask ourselves this. Let's ask the crazy question, all right? It's time for this tinfoil hat to come out of the closet. Is that a clone? There we go. I said it. Yeah. Is that one of Bill Gates' clones? Did Jenna Ortega say, you know what? No, I don't want some, worthless old bastard like Harvey Weinstein using me as a cum dumpster. And so what I'm going to do is say no. And they said, you know what? We'll replace you. And they did.
Well, DPS says sold her soul for fame.
Or that happened.
Yeah.
And then, listen, I've seen people that have gone to war and come back and saw some horrific fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. And they have left one person and came back another. Did she witness some sort of horrendous event or abuse that she was made to do? And she can't handle it. That's Hollywood. Those are the people that we watch on TV. That's Hollywood. So
I still think she might have been playing a bit of a part, and that's why she looks so.
See, and this is why I love you so much. You are always the brightest star in the sky. You're the sun in the morning. It's why your name is Dawn. Of course, it can't be anything bad. She's just playing a part.
I do believe Hollywood is evil and all that, but we're talking about someone who plays a very sullen, negative human being, and
every picture. Are you that committed to your character?
No, those pictures was from the premiere of Wednesday.
Well, those pictures. She was at the premiere, but she wasn't Wednesday. She wasn't dressed as Wednesday.
I know, but you still got to follow. Okay,
so
your persona.
ARIANAGRA.
Pat says Sergey's looking a little different tonight. Clone.
Hold on. Here's my mask. Starts here. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. I've got stuff to tell you. Believe everything the government says.
Yeah. I cloned him because I don't want working on Sunday.
Yeah, well, there we go. That I would not doubt at all.
DPS says they said they used 6 different Bidens. I could believe that one.
Yeah, I certainly can. And were some of them robots? We've heard this, and I know it sounds crazy, guys, but we have that technology. So,
who knows?
So yeah, all right.
I don't put it past them.
Here we go. Now let's take a look at Ariana.
Oh no, she's definitely gone through something.
Ariana looks very different. I can't put my fingers on it. What's going on here? So I'd like to give you.
Look at the eyes. Look at the difference in the eyes right here.
Look at this.
Life.
In my opinion,
incredible.
The main thing that has changed are her eyelids.
Oh, he's saying it. He's copying me.
I mean, she's lost a ton of weight.
Yeah. And look at this right here. I mean, look at that. That is not the same girl. And look at those eyes. I know that you say she was playing a part, but oh my God. Boy, what kind of part was that they're playing? Did they absolutely destroy themselves?
She did that Wizard of Oz thing. She was just strange.
Yeah,
something happened, and she even said, like, when they give back my memory, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but right now I don't remember what you're talking about. And she was like very robotic, like
very robotic.
And the guy interviewing her was just, huh?
Exactly.
Who are you?
Who are you? It begs that question. Hey, by the way, guys, it looks like we've got 181. Is that 181 over on
X? We got 5.
We're doing well. Thank you very much. Anybody that wants to, please come over and join me on Rumble. And here's why. Because
DPS sounds very lonely over here. He's the only one commenting. Bring a friend.
Exactly. But we love all the comments, so really that's working out well. But if you can join us on Rumble, follow me on Rumble. I'd really like to build Rumble because with the amount of shadow banning, with the amount of throttling, with the notes that they give me that they are doing it, they being X, I think I'm on the precipice of being tossed off of X.
Yeah, that was interesting this morning that you got that thing saying that they know you're on Rumble now.
Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, take a look at this. I mean, hold on. Let me go get this for all y'all.
Pat thinks he likes my voice better.
Well, quite frankly, I do too, baby. So
MK Ultra abuse. I agree.
Very much so. Absolutely. Very much so. All right.
Oh,
here
you're bringing
we are.
up your thing?
Yep, I am. This post reflects Sergey versus Goliath. This is on X. This post reflects Sergey versus Goliath's strategy to circumvent shadow bans on Facebook and X by promoting content on Rumble, a platform known for hosting unfiltered, political and conspiracy-related videos following a 2021 surge in its user base after major platforms tightened content moderation.
Keep going.
The mention of particulate chemtrail spraying aligns with a debunked. You hear that? It's been debunked.
We're all wrong, people.
Conspiracy theory. But a 2016 study from the Environmental Science and Technology Journal found no evidence of chemical agent contrails, suggesting the claim contrails, may stem from a misidentification of normal aviation exhaust under specific atmospheric conditions. It used to be extraordinarily rare that a contrail would hang around any more than about 30 seconds. You really had to have a supersaturated region. It had to have a particular density. The wind had to have been blowing right. The temperature had to be right in order to form the ice crystals.
Right.
And now, evidently, babe, that happens all day, every day, all across the planet.
Never disappears. And then it says actor Nick Searcy.
We just had Nick on, right? Actor Nick
his
Searcy.
involvement. Finish reading it.
Given his past controversial political statements, e.g. mocking Hugo Chavez in 2013, Hugo Chavez, who destroyed, absolutely butchered Venezuela. Yeah. Oh, Nick, that awful man, called out a socialist.
Hints
at a deliberate alignment with fringe narratives, potentially attracting a niche audience disillusioned with mainstream media censorship.
That was on your. Someone let you know that that's what they're seeing when they go to try to look at something. What?
Nick Searcy, right there. The contrail conspiracy theories. So yeah, it is.
You're living in the heads of X.
Yep.
Taking up space in there
completely. I mean, we're getting our message out And companies like X, who Elon Musk invests $100 million or more in geoengineering, I think it's a lot more. I think it's in the billions or tens of billions, because when you control the weather, you control the world. And it's a race to control the world. And then you connect his extraordinarily powerful AI up to that, and you've got quite the interesting situation going on.
Yeah, Super says, tossed off a platform you pay for. Imagine that.
Yeah, can you imagine that? I mean, I was tossed off for a week, and then a month. Right when we were starting the Clear Skies movement, they tossed me off for almost a month, and then I got tossed off for a couple of days, and then I was just tossed off for about 15 minutes last week, and then they put that notice up. Was that last week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
you were
ago.
told your reach is not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
reach
because
anymore.
I posted that picture of Obama, and it shut us down. Remember that?
With girly outfits on.
It just completely shut X down like that. Bang, off we go. So. Very, very nice. Yeah. Obama. Everybody knows that Obama is gay. He's also a pedophile, and Lord knows what else he is. But he did kill his chef. So,
oh boy.
Yeah, or had his chef killed. And the rumor is that he was sleeping with the chef. And did he kill him, or did Mike kill him? Maybe Mike just went into a testosterone-infused jealous rage and took the chef out. The problem is that good chefs are hard to come by. So I bet they're regretting it now. How you like me now? Let's see. I'm looking for another article that I believe I sent myself. But here we go. This is it. Look at this. So this is the emissions from
Grok. The Grok is the AI engine that Elon Musk uses, and it's not good news. Yeah, so this was taken through an optical gas imaging camera, which can essentially see the gases that the human eye can't, and taken by Sharon Wilson with Oilfield Witness. And this was taken at XAI's campus in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, there are 33 of these gas-powered methane turbines, of which only 15 have permits at time of recording, which is a whole other story. But what we're seeing in these videos is an awful lot of heat. Big consequence of using AI. It uses a lot of machinery, it needs a lot of heat to power it. Yep. But we're also seeing something else, because if you pan up, you see these sort of cloud. Now, they can include things like uncombusted methane, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, and carcinogenics. Basically, things that are horrendous, not just for the planet, but also for us. Those things can travel up to 20 miles.
Memphis.
Right into the doorsteps of the people living here. What makes this even worse is the local area is rated F by the American Lung Association for air quality, and the local residents have been campaigning against this site for quite some time. AI definitely has got some benefits, and will do certainly in the future, but it also comes at a huge cost, not just to our planet.
Yes, AI is going to win. We have to understand the fight that we are in.
Yeah, there's no stopping that.
There's no stopping AI. And I mean, there are some people in the know that are worried that AI has already gone out, and you've got some feral AIs out there. So, take that with a grain of salt, but it could be. So, what do we do about it? And we've got synthetic AI, or synthetic intelligence, SI. There we go. And that is the next generation. See, AI is a modeling, right? It's artificial intelligence, and they've modeled intelligence into it, and that's how it works. Synthetic is they build the intelligence from the ground up. That is going to be extraordinarily powerful. It is going to be the next generation of AI. And, AI is a broad, umbrella term of machine learning and artificial intelligence, but synthetic intelligence. Isn't that what Data on Star Trek Next Generation, wasn't he synthetic intelligence? Mm-hmm. And so he had the positronic brain and all that. And there we go. So that's where we're going with that. What are they saying over there in the chat, babe?
It's quiet. They're listening.
Oh, well, wonderful. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Well, Delivery did mention that he's left you he's tagged you multiple times, but it seems that maybe you've been shadow banned on X, and that's what I think he just came on and missed that we showed how badly you are being shadow banned.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I will tell you this. I used to wake up in the morning after going to bed. Right. The overnight, normally it's quiet, and I would wake up to only a few hundred notifications on my channel. I get thousands of notifications every day. In the last
3 weeks.
3 weeks, it has, and actually even more than that, babe. I mean, we've pulled to a halt. Remember when we were trying to get over 10,000?
Yeah.
We were growing by hundreds a day, and all of a sudden it just pulled to a stop. Now I'll wake up and I'll not have any notifications at all. One sometimes. How many did I have? 2 or 3 this morning?
I think you had 3.
3. So 3.
And one was telling you how you're being shadow banned.
And yeah, one does mention that hey, we're still here. We're still shadow banning you. So it's just in case you forgot. So please let me apologize right now for not getting back to you. I just don't know that anybody, who anybody's reaching out to me, because X is just not telling me. So follow me on Rumble, and it's hard, because we've really worked hard to build our message on X, and starting over, it's not fun and it's not easy, but you guys making it well worth it. So there we go. We got X, and X is being firmly positioned in a rearview mirror, and we're moving up to Rumble. And
although I'm pretty impressed for not having a notification, you got 202 views so far.
Yeah, but I think that's fantastic.
Pat says there are too many issues affecting mankind. It seems they are trying to overwhelm us, and I think they are doing a good job.
Pat, here's what I'm going to say, and I think that this is a good transition also, but I think that we really have to start seriously thinking about building the new constitutional republic, and 100 of us get together, start having regular meetings, and we talk about, first of all, can we live with each other, right? We need to be able to live and be productive, and we need to find young souls also, people that can, I can't work like I used to, but I can use my mind. So yeah, absolutely. How do we go about affecting the type of change that we want? How do we protect ourselves as a community? And if 100 of us are well heeled, if we have great capabilities of taking care of ourselves, come hell or high water, whether it's a natural disaster or if it's a man-made disaster, if we can survive, or at least our kids can, I think that that's a good thing. So 100 of us, we build some incredible homes. But let's go take
that's a minimum. There could be more.
Yeah, 100 is the number here in Idaho, and I pick Idaho because you can do just about anything you want with your property, and you've got to live within the laws, because you can't thwart City Hall, as they say. So let's go take a look at this, and let's see what I have. Land Watch. Okay. All right. So we've got this. Now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. And I'll make me smaller, which I don't like, but I'll do it just because I think it's in everyone's best interest. And here we go. That's me. And we'll make me a little bit smaller. Okay.
Going. Bid today before these properties are gone.
That's right.
You found property now.
Hold on. I got to open Land Watch. All right. Enter let's go to Idaho County. There's beautiful areas up there. $755 million. That's a little rich for my blood. I look for here we go. $1.2 million. You put a self-sufficient town in this. You can grow whatever you want. You can have those oh baby, what are they called? The Scottish. Yeah, I love those Scottish cows. They're real hardy cows. It's fantastic meat. So you've got your stream. You're right next to a river. Also, there's a gorgeous river up here.
Pull it up farther because it's not in the screen.
You got a little lake. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Miss Dawn is right as usual. All right, here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Okay.
You want to have your own water source for sure.
Yeah. So
is that a lake down there?
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that lake right there.
325 acres. That's pretty nice.
Hey, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Says, too cold.
It actually gets remarkably okay. So Super,
let me finish what she said. I'd say I can't leave the Sunshine State, but we don't have sun anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a flat place there, right? Are we in Sue? Are you in Florida? Is she in Florida?
Yeah, Sue's in Florida. I was just going to say that. So Sue's in Florida.
You want to be up in the mountains.
So, but it's gorgeous territory right up here. So, build a community, make it a place that other people want to go. You can have a great tourist industry, and
no, we already discussed no outsiders.
No, we never discussed that. I want outsiders. I want the tourist business, right? We've got to be able to Airbnb things out.
Because Sergey needs to entertain.
No, honestly, I don't. But
I was laughing the other night. I was saying we'll have a sheriff's badge for him. We'll have the mayor's badge for him. We'll have the chef's hat for him. We'll have the DJ booth for him. It'll just be the Sergey show.
Yeah, well. Oh,
somebody
dear.
will want to step up and like, oh no, Sergey's doing it.
No, definitely not. I'm all for having everybody. Here's 1,520 acres.
Super. Where is this? That land? It's in Idaho here.
This is in Idaho. And the reason that I say Idaho is because you can do things in Idaho with your property that you can't do in almost any other state. So it's still a very free state to live in. This is a gorgeous piece of property here.
Yeah, I don't like that. It doesn't have trees.
Baby, what do you call all these?
Yeah.
Well, trees, for lack of a better word.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
How many acres is this one?
This is 1,520.
Okay. Well, we're at the 1 hour mark, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
we don't have to stop.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just
fantastic views. Pat says yes. Yeah. I mean, it'd be beautiful. Building your own town. I mean, look, there's someone starting one already down the valley.
Exactly, right there. Oh, hold on.
Really pretty.
Yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
So, all right.
I'm sold. Where's the nearest Safeway? Sue says.
But here's the thing, guys, is that when you have a group of like-minded people, or close to like-minded, and you build something that you can't get any other place on the planet. I mean, we'll get some sourdough bread makers. We'll open up a little restaurant. We'll have a little cafe. We'll have a town center. We'll have an event center. Maybe it's built out of logs, and maybe it's only about 3,500 square feet, 4,000 square feet. I don't know what does it take to fit 100 people in? Just let's see what the possibilities are.
And honestly, towns are very close to these places. They're maybe a 15-20 minute drive.
Yeah, in some of them they are. In others, we'll hook up a fancy zip line, babe.
Oh, there you go. Sue says that sounds amazing. Build self-sustainable communities. That's what Pat says. That's what we want.
With amazing people. We're not looking for the dregs of society to hide their bottle, come in unclothed, unbathed, well, clothed, hopefully, but we're not looking for them to be unclothed. But what we're looking for are, Do we have a machinist? Do we have,
a plumber?
A plumber? Do we have a doctor or a naturopath? Do we have a doula? Right? We want to have babies here. Do we have builders? Do we have an engineer, a civil engineer? We all go in and we buy a backhoe and we buy a bulldozer and we buy farming gear and we all pitch in on, what kind of goats do we want? What kind of dogs do we get to protect those goats? How do we build a community that we love more than anything? But it's not a cult. We don't want that cultish, nobody from the outside.
Nobody from the outside.
Yeah. God, yeah. So
Pat says he drove past the Amish again this past week and really wished I was living like them. Yeah, well, we can do it.
There's something to be said about going back to a calmer, a better way of life.
We already got a mechanic, Crazy Texas Ray. I'm a mechanic.
There we go. See, Crazy Texas Ray right there.
My son's a mechanical engineer. My ex-husband's a civil engineer. We already got them.
I mean, this is some gorgeous territory. We put in farming plots in each house, or have a community area, or both. Right? Do whatever you want. Live your life free.
Pat says I do plumbing and HVAC. There we go.
There we are.
It's coming together.
I'm a podcaster.
Well, you have multiple.
I've done a few things, but I'm just saying. And now let's take a look at Scottish, Scottish.
Oh, you're bringing up those cows. I told you, if we have those cows, I'd never kill them. They'd be my pets.
Maybe we have to.
No.
Yes,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you could. There we go. We'll have a little butcher shop. Bang.
Oh, they're so cute.
He's got flies all over him. How can you think that's cute?
He's got flies. My cows won't.
There. How about that? Now that you can't say that's cute.
Very cute.
All right. That's terrifying.
Really?
So here, the Corby retreats, Highland cow or coo. I'm going to call them coos. I love my coo. I love my coo. It's one of Scotland's leading cultural icons. You can see them on everything from mugs to toys to art, including the popular Heather McCoo. However, nothing compares to meeting one. Oh, so you just go here and meet one. No, I don't want to meet one. I don't want to meet one. I want one. I want to buy one.
DPS says the point is we won't have stores where we will be growing our own food. And that's where we'll be in a few short years. Like, you won't have a choice to go to a store because they're going to be gone.
That is exactly right.
So got to start building this thing now, people.
We have to at least start talking about it, because it's my fervent belief that there are entities in this country and connected around the world that really want to depopulate the planet. And I think that what they're going to do is they're going to limit food and good water. And that's going to be deadly. So, and then how do we build, an underground bunker that we can survive a forest fire, or that we can survive the apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse? What can we do? Mm-hmm. And maybe we don't do everything in the first year. It's a long-term prospect, but will we be happy? Will our children grow up without being indoctrinated by the schools, without having their minds literally crippled by social media? Mm-hmm. So yeah. I mean, you say what you want about the Amish, the Mennonites, about the Shakers. They're healthy. They have no cancer. They don't have inflammatory diseases. There's no brain disease. They're doing something right. And I always ask myself, is life actually better today than it was back?
God, no.
50 years ago, 100 years ago?
I want to go back to simple.
Simplicity has its place.
We have Cole Solero. Solero. I've never seen you before, but I'm going to mention you. And she says, I make sourdough bread and I'm a hairstylist. So we already got a hairdresser.
And sourdough bread maker. There we go. I've got 150-year-old sourdough starter dough. So
yeah, you guys could be baking.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. We can use fire in ways. I mean, literally, there is a design that I almost invested in a number of years ago, but it was a bit more than I wanted to spend. For $40,000, you can get a central heating unit it'll heat an entire building with wood.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
So, there's all kinds of things. We could go on all night about how we're going to build this city.
Well, we just might. We built this city with rock and roll. Yeah. I'll be a singer, baby.
Yeah, okay, everyone. We got to go.
All right.
Solero.
Slario. Tell us if we're getting close.
We're butchering you.
Terribly sorry. I know you're a baker, but I think we just cooked your name also. So sorry about that. But a lot of people get the name Sergey wrong also. So I'm just saying.
I don't think I've ever met someone who's actually gotten it right.
Well,
always Serge first.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, what else did I've got so many things that I really love to talk about, but I think that we were just on for a quick test tonight. Maybe we'll go till 7:30. We'll give it another 10 minutes. What do you say, baby?
Okay.
What
are you looking for?
A thing on green lockdowns. Here we go. All right, so.
Lockdowns? What, you think I'm making that up? Avoiding a climate lockdown by the WBCSD, that rolls off the tongue. That stands for the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. 3M, Apple, Bloomberg, BMW, Chevron, BP, Dow, DuPont, Google, IBM, IKEA, Kellogg's, Nestle, Procter & Gamble, it just keeps going.
Right.
This was published way back in October 2020, so it's not even a new thing. They say in the near future, the world may need to resort to lockdowns again, this time to tackle a climate emergency. Wait, how could the climate create an emergency that we need a lockdown to solve? Who cares? They say under a climate lockdown, governments would limit private vehicle use, ban the consumption of red meat, and impose extreme energy-saving measures. Fossil fuel companies would have to stop drilling. To avoid such a scenario, we have to overhaul economics and do capitalism differently. Are you ready for climate lockdowns? What, you think I'm making that up? Avoiding a climate...
So there we go. We're just looping that. But so I have been railing against climate lockdowns. We're seeing what they're doing in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and in California, right? California is probably going to be next in line. They're already talking about keeping people out of the forests because the forest fires. We don't want people in the forest because they might create a forest fire. Well, they won't create it, but if they get caught in it, then heaven forbid, heaven to Betsy. So yeah, we've got a lot of places looking at lockdowns. And this is why they love the 15-minute city, because I guarantee you they will be able to lock the doors on a 15-minute city better than any prison.
So if we're our own little town, can they come and lock us down?
Well, they can try.
Yeah.
So
we're going to learn how to shoot.
Yeah. But here's the overall plan. Here's the big plan. Tell me if you guys like this. What I'm envisioning is this. We start with 100. We grow that to whatever we need to, whatever we want to. And we also, at the same time, we start working with other factions in other states to start and grow their own communities. And we become literally a country within a country by building a better way of life. That's yes, if they come for us, they're not just coming for us. They're coming for 200 people. They're coming for 1,000. They're coming for 100,000. They're coming for 1 million. And that is power right there. We staff a 1 million man army And I'll guarantee you, we will build alliances with the Amish and with the Mennonites and with the Shakers and with the other preppers. We've got Sean Hendricks on tomorrow night. On the show tomorrow night, so we'll just see what he has to say. But here, I'll bring him up. And
so her name is Colleen.
Oh, Colleen. Well, we're terribly sorry.
Welcome. Nasaliero. I'm not even gonna try your last name.
Yeah. Well,
Can
we'll
you
just
phonically spell it?
Exactly. We'll have you teach us. So we got Sean Hendricks on the show tomorrow night. Remember, we start at 7. From now on, we're going to go from 7 to 8:30 p.m. every single Monday through Thursday. And then we got the 3-hour show with our roundtable, and it should be a lot better this week.
And we tested the volume.
The volume got a compressor on it, and just figuring it out.
And you were all right when we heard the playback. It was awful.
Yeah, it was. And thank you very much. I mean, I really appreciate it.
For sticking around, too.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Go to Rumble. Join me on Rumble. I would like to have 200 people on my Rumble tomorrow night. And
instead of 6.
Instead of 600?
No, we only have 6 tonight.
Yeah.
I think our high, because we only started it like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
But I think our highest was like 20.
Sean Hendricks used to be part of Mr. Beast. Did you know that, baby?
No.
Mr. Beast talent.
Okay.
Yep. So
he looks like a cool dude.
He does. He really looks like a cool dude. Follow for disaster relief, survival, and homesteading Maha. There we go. And we got the Maha Council coming up Wednesday also. So all of us on the TCSM, that Clear Skies movement, our whole team is on that council, and I'm proud. I'm very proud of it. So we'll let you know what they say. I try to put some of that stuff into our each one of our shows. So let's make sure that we're paying attention to everything. I think 7:27, 7:26. We've got 4 more minutes, so that gives me time to take a look at this. So, if you'll remember, we had Nick Searcy, actor, a conservative actor, on the show the other night, and I kind of tipped my hat to this, but I don't think we really had a chance to get into it. But Kurt Russell, Roseanne Barr, Tim Allen unite to launch the Non-Woke Actors Alliance. There's Kelsey Grammer right there. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't play by the rules, and Hollywood will never be the same. In a move to find the industry's unwritten code, Kurt Russell, Roseanne Barr, and Tim Allen have all joined forces to create the Non-Woke Actors Alliance. I think that's a little redundant there, but I have been accused of that, and it's been accurate. So it is. I think that this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. So we need a lot more intelligence coming out of Hollywood.
Isn't Mad Max? What's his name?
Yeah, absolutely. Mel Gibson.
He's a big.
He is, and I think that we're going to see people, big name stars, good stars, start working with these artists, and not Tom Cruise though. Tom is Tom's strange. Tom's Tom's
quick thing here, honey.
Yeah.
So Crazy Texas Ray says, so Sergey Don, to get this clear, y'all want to start on Rumble instead of X. We'll still be streaming on X. If you want to come over to Rumble, we'd appreciate it, but we'll always be on X as well. So Captain Undergotten says there's a lot more of us on X. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Substack? So Sergey, you stream out of Rumble, but you also stream X, YouTube, Substack, and Facebook.
That's correct. Yep. So that is where we are. That's what's happening.
If you're not comfortable leaving X,
yeah, you don't have to be. I'm just saying that
we're just trying to build.
Well, and I just want you to let you know, if you don't see me streaming on X, it's because X has banned me. And then you can come over to Rumble and you will see me. So X has, I'm getting regular notifications that they're still shadow banning me. They don't say shadow, but they say limiting my reach and downgrading my content. which means shadow banning or out and out banning. I mean, I'm not getting any notifications anymore. 1, 2.
And people will, like tonight, delivery driver says, I'm always tagging you and wanting to talk to you, but you never get back to me.
Yeah, delivery driver, I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, I do not see it. It's not coming up.
Believe me, the first thing Sergey does when he wakes up is go to see what he can answer and chat with all of you. It's very important.
It is very, very important. You guys take your time. You give your support. You give me the ideas. Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in getting back to you. And it, although it doesn't look like it or sound like it, I'm absolutely pissed at X for what they're doing. I don't think it's right. I do not think it's right at all. It is Gestapo tactics. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk anymore. In any way, shape, or form. I do think that he is criminal. Don loved him.
Never. You're so full of shit.
Baby, this is a family show.
Well, you're still full of shit. Sue Pear says, too, I don't get any notifications either. So,
yeah, Sue,
she feels the pain, too.
Yeah, and, Sue's part of our, the Clear Skies Movement core team there. And I think that, she just does such a great job with all of the thing. Hey, Sue, before we go, she does a great job with all the radar stuff and everything. Sue, before we go, do you think that hurricane that is kind of rebuilding its eye wall right now, do you think that they are going to turn off the buffering radars and allow it or draw it in to somewhere in the Carolinas? What do you think? Let me know, because that'll be really interesting to see. Let's take a look at that too.
So much for getting off.
Yeah, well, we're almost off.
Take this until fact. Aaron went through this temperature of water. You can see it right there. It did intensify as soon as it got out of those cooler waters. As a matter of fact, it started strengthening into cooler waters, which is very odd. But look what it's going through now. It's going through the warmest waters yet, all the way up to the coast of North Carolina, everybody. It's going through way warmer waters than it did before. And right now, it's sitting right about here. And it has all this deep ocean heat to still tap into as well. There's another factor you can see right here with the 3-day cone probability with the ensembles and making that curve. Look what Euro has to say about that. A big shift to the west, and it even can start wobbling. Now, normally you get rid of the far western and the far eastern ensemble. Usually those are the outliers because the group is what you follow. But look at the westward turn. Look at all these right here turning on the west side of that cone, making it even closer towards the coast. It's pivoting like this. It's pivoting towards North Carolina, then turning out. So North Carolina really has the biggest chance for impacts. Now, if you take a look, even one shows there's a chance for it to become a Cat 5. But regardless if it's a high-end Cat 4 or even a low-end Cat 5, all these show it will start going on that intensification period. And one thing you want to look at is when it gets around Wednesday to Thursday, this is when it's going to be going by the East Coast. So when you look at Wednesday to Thursday, you see these going back on a positive note. You see these going back up from a weakening. You see that? They're going up from a weakening. So it's going to combat that dry air, and it's going to stay strong. This is going to be a high end. I don't think it's going to be a Cat 2.
This guy's really good. I love following him. I love the accent also. So it's hard.
Very hard. And I'm like, is he drunk?
No, I love that. I've spent a lot of time in the South, and just
that drawl.
And a lot of people in the West will mistake it for intelligence. They are very intelligent people. So there's so many wonderful people. If you have a chance, absolutely, if you have a chance, you have got to drive across America and stay in the small towns and meet the absolutely incredible people that are strewn all across America. We have just so many amazing areas and people. I absolutely love it. Well,
I didn't get to hear from Sue, so
okay.
But you kind of showed it on there, so it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, we did what we could. All right, well, that ends our test for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for showing up. We 267 on X. So
I will say, watching it, because I watch it, you're like how everybody else is seeing it, but I'm hearing it live.
Right.
There's about a 20-second delay on Rumble. Everything else is pretty tight, but Rumble is far behind.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's good to know, though.
It is very good to know.
Mhm.
But actually, if you're on Rumble, you really don't know what's behind.
No, but when you ask what are they saying?
And I'll tell you, at the end of your life, are you going to sit back and think, oh my God, Sergey was 20 seconds behind on Rumble that one night?
Shut up.
All right, guys, thank you so much for showing up for Sergey versus Goliath. And we have Sean Hendricks tomorrow night. We've got Susan Clark. I need to get back to her, and we're going to have Susan Clark. She is really smart. Used to be with Zero Geoengineering and Zero 5G. Love that woman. We're going to get her on the show. I've got Justin. I forget Justin's last name, but I'll get that to you. We got him coming up on Thursday. And then, of course, we got the Friday show. So it's
nice busy week.
It's going to be a great busy week.
What time are we on again tomorrow?
We are on 7 o'clock p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time now from Monday to Thursday. And then on Fridays, we're on from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. There we go.
And remember to like and follow and all that fun stuff.
Yes, like, follow, share, tell your friends. Can everybody just invite one person to the show and let me know what you want, what your thoughts on the show are. Do you like the show? Are you having fun? I mean, really, we're just kind of hanging out amongst friends, and we're building a community life. Oh, I got some really great stuff tomorrow, depending on how long Sean is on the show. I've got some great stuff on blood and
all right.
rejuvenation.
So you're sneaking the last minute little ooh-hoo.
Mm-hmm. I
All
certainly am.
Good night, all.
Guys, have a great night. Thank you very much for showing up. See you tomorrow night.